Okay, leave it.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Engineer Ben. Please, can you stop sharing so I can share the program of events so that the agenda.
All right, yeah.
Please confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, for some reason, I don't know why it's not moving from slide to slide. It's just fixed on this one slide. Trying to change.
Could it be network? Maybe it's freezing or something.
Do you have this on your end, this program, Engineer Ben? It was shared on our platform. Maybe you can share from
I don't have it. Maybe I didn't have. Let me check from the platform and see if I can download it.
Yeah, please. It's in the platform. I don't know why it's not moving. Okay, it has started moving. Okay, I think it was network assist.
Okay. Yeah, it was freezing.
All right. So Ahmed Musa, I'm aware you're the one moderating today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please, as soon as it's 5, just go ahead. We're not. It's just a minute to 5. Now, once it's 5, we get started. You can get started now, Ahmed.
Good evening, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to the ASSP Nigeria Chapter Knowledge Sharing Series. My name is Ahmed Musa, and I'm honored to be your anchor for today's program. We have an exciting and insightful lineup planned. So we are focusing on professional development and the importance of safety courses and certification. So we are going to be debunking the misconceptions in our field. So to kick things off, I would like to warmly welcome everyone, especially our esteemed speaker, Engineer Benjamin Nawario, who will be sharing his expertise with us today. So now let's officially begin our program with a welcome address from the American Society of Safety Professional Nigeria Chapter President.
Okay, so I'll be standing in. I'll be standing in for him. Thank you. Thank you, Ahmed.
Okay.
So welcome everyone. My name is Dr. Henry Tariwa.
Doctor, is the mommy aware?
Hello, who's can you mute yourself? Somebody seems to be unmuted. All right, thank you. So I'm part of the current ESCO advisory group 1 member. So I just want to welcome all of us to this session, the third session of our knowledge sharing series. I want you to just be open to learn something new, and it promises to be very interesting, and we are bound to benefit very well from participating today. So having said that, I want to appreciate our speaker who has been available more than once to share with us his depth of knowledge. Engineer Benjamin Naworio, we appreciate your consistency and your willingness to do this, and we appreciate the gesture you have shown to the ASSP Nigerian chapter by consistently presenting to us. So thank you very much, everyone, and I do hope you have a good time during this KSS session. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Ahmed, please.
Thank you very much for those inspiring words. And at this point, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our speaker for today. But first, I would like to read a brief profile of Engineer Benjamin Naworio, who is our distinguished guest. Are we together? Please, on the comment section, let's have our reaction to show that we are together. So Engineer Benjamin Naworio is a senior safety and loss prevention engineer with 24 years plus experience in the industry, extensive technical experience working with multicultural disciplinary teams in Europe and Africa. Wow. Engineer Benjamin Naworio has a bachelor degree, BTech, in electrical electronics engineering from the Rivers State University. He has a master's of business administration from the University of Limassol. Wow. Master of Engineering, in Energy Engineering, Savonia University of Applied Sciences. He is currently pursuing a Doctor of Philosophy in Safety Science at West Virginia University, Morgantown, USA. He's a registered engineer, Coren, associate member, Energy Institute, corporate member, Nigerian Society of Engineers, MNSC, fellow, chartered management consultant, wow, certified management specialist, London Graduate School, UK, graduate member of the Association of MBAs and Business Graduates Association, AMBA, certified management consultant, International Council of Management Consulting Institute, ICMC High. He has HSC trainings and certification from the professional. He is a professional member of ASSP Nigerian chapter, technical member of the Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, IOSH, that's Tech IOSH. He has a NEBOSH IGC in Occupational Health and Safety, NEBOSH ITC in Oil and Gas Operational Safety, IOGC, British Safety Council Health and Safety for Directors and Senior Managers, Certified Environment and Safety Manager, Environment and Safety Management Institute, ESMI, CQI and CQI-IRCA certified, ISO 45001, 2018 OHSMS auditor. Is a lead auditor certification course, COQUAL level 7 diploma, EQF MSc equivalent in strategic health and safety leadership and management. That's a brief profile of Engineer Naworio. Without further ado, I would like to invite Engineer Naworio to take the floor and lead us in his presentation on safety courses and certification, the misconception. Let's give him a round of applause. Please, a round of applause for Engineer Nawoyo.
Good afternoon, everyone. I guess you can all hear me. Let me adjust a bit because of the sound. I hope you guys can all hear me very well.
Yes,
Please
we
confirm
can.
that. Okay.
Yes,
okay,
sir,
good.
we can hear you. We can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Thank you, Dr. Henry. Thank you, everybody hammered. And Abanom, who is not here at the moment. Thank you, everyone, for honoring me. There is a proverb that says, now big name, now they kill dog. Eh? So, in as much as all of those things are important, they are just by the way, okay? So today, what prompted me to actually go into this knowledge sharing series is because of the misconception I have had. I'm sure some of us who are also seniors in the industry may have also had the same thing. I'm sure Dr. Henry knows what I'm talking about, but the newbies, those who are fresh in the field, would always use the word certification when they have just done a simple course of maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 day, 7 days, and so on. And also, I just wanted to share that that framework so that people understand what exactly is a course and what exactly is a safety certification. So we're looking at safety courses and certification, the misunderstanding. The introduction is, now let me take it this way so that because of the light-related issue we have in Nigeria, I'm going to be as fast as possible so that I'm able to cover all the slides, very few slides anyway. I'm able to cover all the slides, and then we can possibly add some things, so those who want to add things to it, and those who want to contribute, and those who want to ask questions before my battery runs out. So let's start. A course is a series of classes or lessons that is aimed at teaching a specific subject or skill. It usually involves a schedule of instruction assignments or assignment designed to help learners achieve a set of learning objectives. Courses can be offered in various formats. It could be online, it could be face-to-face, it could be a combination of both. So that's basically an overview of a course. So a safety course are also designed to educate individuals on best practices in preventing accident, injuries, or death in the workplace or other environments. These courses typically cover a range of topics related to safety, including but not limited to possibly hazard identification, risk assessment, emergency preparedness, work at height, and the list goes on. They may also address specific industry safety-related issues, such as construction site safety, electrical safety, chemical safety. Safety courses can be geared towards individuals, employees, or companies, and can be delivered in a variety of formats, including online courses, classroom instructions, hands-on experience, or hands-on training. The ultimate goal of safety courses is to help eliminate workplace accidents, and save lives, time, and resources. The basic thing is safety is to save life and property. The key objective of any safety management system is basically to save life and property. Life first, then property follows. The two are important, but life first. Now, HSE training courses. Now, this is exactly where the discussion actually lies. A health and safety environment course could be long or short, depending on the curriculum, such as a bachelor's degree in the field of industrial hygiene, occupational health, and the list goes on. So that is a course. It's a course of study. It could be a master's degree in the same field, in safety and risk management. It could be a master's degree. It could also be a doctorate degree in occupational health and safety, just like the one I just started. It could also be as simple as general health and safety course of ISPON. It could also be level 1 to 3. It could be NEBOSH certificate, NEBOSH diplomas, NVQ certificate, National Vocational Qualification certificates and diplomas, ProQual certificate and diplomas, university certificates, postgraduate diplomas, and quality ICA and Quality Certified Quality Institute. It could also be there 45,001, 9,001, and 14,001, and many ISO courses. These are all safety courses. They are not actually certification. Okay, we are going to see the difference when we get to that point. But these are just an example of courses. They are all safety courses. Oftentimes, newbies would say after completing a bachelor's degree, they would say they are now certified. That is a wrong misconception. You are not certified yet, even though you have acquired knowledge. But the certification, you are not yet. Now, certification. Certification refers to the process of providing formal recognition or attestation that a person, product, service, or a system has met certain predetermined standards, criteria, or requirements. Certification is usually provided by an individual, independent, third-party organization or agency. Typically involves an assessment, an examination, or an evaluation of applicants' knowledge, skills, and competencies. Certification can apply to a wide range of fields such as education, healthcare, IT, finance, construction, safety, and many others. The purpose of certification is to ensure quality, consistency, accountability, and in the respective field or profession, to provide a standard of excellence that can be recognized by an employer or a client or an employee. For instance, now this is the practical session of it. For instance, you read electrical electronics engineering, which is a course of study, five years for engineering. It is not a certification, so you cannot be addressed as an engineer, okay? For the fact that you have done ISO 45001 lead auditor course does not mean you are a certified lead auditor, no. You have just done the first step of doing the course that gives you the basic knowledge about audit and audit framework and audit processes. You are not an auditor yet until you have applied to ICA, to CQI, to be certified based on the knowledge you have acquired. Then you are certified. Even the certification process, they will start somewhere with you. Okay, you may also have experience as a certified, sorry, you may also have experience as somebody who has been carrying out audit programs, okay? You may have the experience, but you are not certified. Now, they have a port of entry. For ICA, it is provisional auditor. That's what they will start you with. Then, if after you have become a provisional auditor, then you can, because you already have skills and you have conducted several audits, you have an audit portfolio, then you may tell them, okay, now I want to become a lead auditor, so they need to upgrade you. Then you will need to provide those evidences. It is based on those evidences, they can now make you a lead auditor, meaning now you can be a lead auditor. You can actually represent third-party organization and audit a firm and make them ISO certified. So that is the way it is. So for the fact that I read electrical electronics engineering does not make me an engineer. For me to be an engineer, then I need to register with current membership certification, or I need to go directly to current Council for the Regulation of Engineering Nigeria and apply, write their assessment. When I pass, then they will confer on me the title engineer. Then I can use the name engineer before my name, the postnormal. That is what they call certification. So I am a certified electrical engineer. With who? By the Council of the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria. So is any other body who is an engineer, either a mechanical engineer, chemical engineer, petroleum engineer, civil engineer, would need to be certified. In Nigeria, you're not supposed to be called an engineer except you are certified. But we know how the system works here. Now, the same or similar process may apply to getting safety certification, just like membership. That will authenticate, validates your skill and experiences. So certification is like authenticating, letting the job market, letting organization, letting companies know that, look, this person is competent. This person, we have tested him, we have tried him, and he is fit. That is what certification does. It validates you. It stamps you. And as an engineer, I have a current seal where I can, when I stamp it, my number is there. I can stamp an electrical document, and I can stamp an electrical drawing, because the current has given me that right based on the fact that I have been certified. So such as a member of ASP, that is membership certification. I am a professional member of ASP, and there are fellow members of ASP. These are membership certification. Now there's certified safety professional. For you to be a CSP, there are criteria. There are other certifications for ASP. There are so many certifications one can, if you qualify, you have the requirements that you can go for. These are certification. A technical member of IOSH is a certified member of IOSH. So there is technical member, certified member, affiliate member, chartered member, and chartered fellow of IOSH. All of these are certification. ICA will give you provisional auditor from the beginning. You can also be a member of the Safety and Reliability Society. These are certifications. So with this, I'm sure we can understand what it means to be certified and also to attend just a course. You can attend a course of 1 hour. There are 1 hour courses. There are 2 hour courses. CPD, they are all CPD courses. They are there. These are all courses. So the misconceptions should be addressed. And newbies and those who don't know should be able to know now that when you attend a course, 2 hours course, 3 hours course, 1 day course, 1 year course, it's only a course. That does not certify you as a professional. There are many certification pathways that you can take. Now, certificates, there are course certificates are suitable for beginners or fresh graduates in the safety career. And anyone who wants to get into health and safety can begin with that. When we started, some of us, we started with Eastbourne, where we level 1, 2, 3. Some did general HSC. I started with Eastbourne, level 1, 2, 3. That's the beginning point. That is the entry point. It was a course. It's not a certification. That gave us the idea of what this profession is all about. And we started learning from that point of view. Attending webinar is also a course. Conferences, they are all part of the process of CPT development, continuous professional development. So individuals can obtain a certificate after attending a training. The content of the course could be based on training objectives. There are training objectives. There is a reason why that training is organized. For instance, accident investigation. That will teach people how to go about investigating accidents and reporting them. It's a course. Working at eyes can be taken as a course. Risk assessment can be taken as a course. Confined space entry can be also taken as a course. Emergency preparedness and response procedures is a course. But again, there are also certifications that can certify you as an auditor, as a confined space entry specialist, as a scaffolder specialist. All of that, they have certifications. So we should be able to understand the difference between getting a certificate and also getting certified. Certification, it requires practical experience to obtain it. Individuals can get it after an evaluation process. I wanted to join, I'm a current certified engineer, and I decided to go international, and I reached out to the Engineering Council UK. And the Engineering Council UK refused to register me because they said my first degree and my current is not enough, that I must present a master's degree. So I left them, but that they can register me, as an interim engineer. But I refused. I said, no, I was not interested in an interim engineer. That means the current certification and their certification, they are not the same level from their perspective. Now, that is something different. But I'm sure Koren is doing something unique about it. And Koren is a member of the International Association of Engineers, where so many companies, so many countries come together to form a team. That we are going to ratify Koren very soon, and then probably they will place ours and theirs at the same level. But I wanted to join. Until when I got my master's degree, I approached that. So that process is on now. That will now grant me a CNG. Now that places me in the international job market, not just using my local certification. That doesn't mean Koren is not recognized. It is recognized, okay? But there are levels of certifications. So certification means that you have attained certain level of competence and experience. It also means that you have acquired a list of industry best practices. Getting certified means you can add a post-nominal letters after your name. So when you see a doctor, when you have attended your medical school, you are out, you now do residency, and you write all the professional exam, then you are a doctor. For the fact that you read engineering does not qualify you as an engineer. You only read an engineering course. You went to school, you read law, does not make you a lawyer. You must be called to bar to become a lawyer. So you see, the degree is a course, called to bar is a certification, all right? Those who read accounting, ICANN is a certification, but the accounting course is a course, all right? These are the differences between certificate course and certification. So a holder of certification always undergoes through continuous process of learning. For instance, for certified safety professional, it has a lifespan of 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. Every 3 years, you revalidate, you renew, okay, to keep your certification ongoing. And you must meet certain CPDs to be able to maintain your certification. Okay. Sorry, I tried to be as fast as much as possible so that my battery does not run out. That would be so disappointing. So, well, that is the end of the topic. And I'm sure that I've been able to dissect, differentiate these two subjects so that people can basically understand where they stand for and what they have achieved, which of them they have achieved by virtue of the courses they have attended or the certifications they have also earned. There are membership certification. There are also experience and professional certification based on experience. There are membership certification. There are also certification based on skills, based on experience, and all that. There are also safety courses for your information. Thank you so much. The floor is open for those who want to contribute and possibly ask questions. But let me also apologize in advance. Should my system go off anytime soon, probably the next 10, 15 minutes, I'm sorry. It's just that there is no light for several days. I try to reserve this battery so that this webinar can actually hold. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Engineer Nawolio, for that informative presentation. And I'm sure it has shed a lot of light on misconception many of us have had, because I just felt, many of us felt, okay, when we graduate from, okay, as an environmental engineer, I studied environmental engineering, and now I'm a certified environmental engineer. Well, thank you very much for that. We will now open the floor for questions. So please feel free to ask your questions, and let's make this an interactive session. So, and let's also make it very fast. Ask your questions on the comment box. I'll be taking your questions so that before engineers systems goes off. Thank you very much. So
hello, thank you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please go on with your question.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, my name is Aaron. Sir, please, I have 2 questions quickly. One, how do we recognize a certified body in terms of health and safety, occupational health and safety? And how do we identify a course body? That's one. A body that provide course for individual. Then number 2, sir, ISPON, is it a certified body or a regulatory body? That's my question, sir.
Okay, this question, I'm sure, the second question, precisely, I'm sure there are people who can also help with that. But I'm a member of ISPON, but I want to let you know that ISPON is certified by the government. I still have that gazette. I have it. ISPON is certified to train, okay, and also to do some level of inspection, okay? They are not totally saddled with the responsibility of inspection because the Ministry of Labor is there. There are factory inspectors there, okay? But ISPON basically is to train courses and all of that. They can partner with universities. They can organize training. You know, they are not really saddled with the responsibility of enforcement. I don't think that responsibility was given to ISPON based on what I know. Okay, but ISPON is in Nigeria. In fact, ISPON is the parent body when it comes to our health and safety training and all that. But the government bodies actually should be Ministry of Labor and Productivity. I don't know if that's their name. They are the one that normally should be carrying out some of these responsibilities. Just like you have OSHA. OSHA is a government regulatory body. OSHA does inspection. OSHA does training. OSHA does certification. Are you seeing it? However, there are also third-party organizations that are also licensed to do training and to also certify. So for instance, ASP is a certified organization that, what is this certification body that accredited them? They are accredited. That means any organization that must give a certification or recognition to an individual organization must be evaluated and accredited by a superior body. That is what it means. Okay. Now, ISPON courses are recognized courses, and there are other courses. Yes, we have so many courses that are just courses that they don't have value in terms of certificate value. There are courses that does not have certificate value, but the knowledge value you will get. You can attend any kind of course, you will get the knowledge value. But in terms of certificate value, which is recognition, for instance, if you went to a university, your university is accredited. Okay, Korean accredits engineering programs in university. That makes those engineering programs recognized, so that when you're applying for Korean as an engineer, Korean will not turn you back because those programs are accredited by Korean. The same way, IOSH accredited safety courses in university. That makes them recognized in the UK. Okay, I'm sure this answers your question. If anybody has any other contribution to me, there are senior fellows who can also help with answering this question.
Thank you very much for that. Please, do we have any other question, or do you have anybody that wants to add to that?
Yes, to add to that, I think in a nutshell, ISPON certify, train, and regulate. They are not actually saddled with the responsibility of enforcement. Thank you.
I think I have a question in the chat box.
Okay. The question is, how can I become a member of ASSP? Is that your question, sir?
Yes. No. That is my question. That is my question. I just posted it. Yes. How can I become a member of ASP?
There's another question at the top. You can check.
Okay. Can you please go on? Can you please ask the question, please? Will joining Nice Safety make one a certified professional? What are the criteria or requirements to be called a safety engineer?
A safety engineer, those are just appellation. They are just names. Okay, organizations use different kinds of names to address their employees. You could be a safety officer. You could be a chief safety officer. You could be a safety coordinator. But usually, the beginning point usually is safety officer. Okay, from safety officer you can grow depending on the organization hierarchy, depending on their structure, depending on how they have placed position things and position they have distributed. So to be a safety engineer, depending on what you're doing, but those who are safety engineers basically are those who are working in the engineering sector, meaning they are the power plants, process systems. So what they do is their engineering field helps them to understand the safety system in that industry. For instance, a petroleum engineer can work in a process plant to understand the rudiments of a process plant. A mechanical engineer can work there. So aside from him being a mechanical engineer, it could be the loss prevention engineer. It could be the safety engineer. So he's looking at systems as a whole, safety automated system. He's looking at, for instance, I read electrical engineering. I worked in a manufacturing plant where we look at an automated manufacturing plant. So my duty was also to look at the automation system because of my already existing experience and knowledge in electrical engineering. I am better fit for that position to be able to understand the sensors, energy release, stored energy, potential kinetic energy, and all of the system, the sensors in the system, the process in the system, how these components work amongst themselves. So now I am a safety engineer because I understand the system. So that is what it means to be a safety engineer. A safety engineer, basically your foundational degree gives you access to becoming a safety engineer. However, usually these things are mostly names, depending on how the organization used them. But I can categorically tell you that in the engineering industry, they use the language safety engineer, safety and loss prevention engineer, all to mean the same thing. You can be a safety manager. You can, but all of that requires years of extensive experience to become a safety engineer. You don't just become a safety engineer overnight. You must start somewhere to begin to learn safety. And then you graduate into technical safety. Now, note that there is ordinary kind of safety, preliminary safety. There is also technical safety. So when you go to technical safety, that is where the engineering skills come into play. For instance, hazard operability is there. Failure mode and effect analysis is there. Taproot is there. So many risk assessment framework is there. These are technical inclination of safety. And that is where the safety engineer comes into play.
Thank you very much, sir. So before these questions, Dr. Henry will be taking them, because the question goes this way: how can I be a member of ASSP? And the second question is, what has ASSP done to see how there can be some level of push on for new membership registration and old members renewal of their membership, considering the current exchange rates, and ensure that members and intending members to be able to afford the financial requirements. So,
all
sir,
right. Thank you very much. I would like to divert that to Dr. John Jia. I think he will do justice to that. Dr. John Jia, you're on the call. Please go ahead and please take these two questions. Thank you, sir. Dr. John Jia.
Why they push them to me now? I was going to, I even raised my hand so that Engineer Ben will become my mentor to get certification. You're asking me to take this one.
This one has to do with membership in ASSP.
Okay, so I think any member of the ASSP can help with providing support. But we have Ambassador Nabodia, who helps us to handle membership subscriptions. And because of the rates you are talking about, I'm aware that he had done quite a lot of negotiations with Global to be able to give us a leeway. Unfortunately, Global has increased the subscription now. I think is it $180 thereabout? I'm not too sure now. So there is no subsidy or anything, but Ambassador Nakodia usually will collect your money in Naira based on the current exchange rate, and then handle the registration on your behalf, or even when it comes to renewal, he handles that on your behalf, on our behalf. Where some of us, where you are capable, usually personally I pay directly at the Global web. I just go there, my account, I just pay directly from my card. So that's another way to do it. But you have already talked about the current situation. So the current situation is such that you will have to look for that money in Naira and ask Ambassador Nakodia to help with the registration. We have done that for a couple of new members. So please feel free. You can talk to any of us or anyone that is a member already, and he can guide you to Ambassador Nakodia.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I think we can put his details on the chat if it's possible.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Engineer Benjamin, please, sir, before you leave, there's a question for you. How about being a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers?
Being a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, first you have graduated. Sorry, you have graduated from your program, and then you have 4 years working experience. Now, your working experience should be in an engineering organization. If you are working in a bank, you are not qualified from what NSC has said. So you must be working in an engineering profession or in an engineering organization before you can be registered. You might not necessarily be working as a mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, or whatever, okay? But for the fact that you're already working in an engineering organization, that gives you upper edge for you to register. If you're working in a bank, you cannot, because there is no experience to share with them. You will need to write, some how do I put it? You will need to write a portfolio about the project that you have handled as an engineer. You need to put all of those things down. Those are the things that they will look at before they will be able to give you that certification. Then you will also need to write exams. If you pass the exam, of course, people fail too. When you pass the exam, then you can then be registered as as an NSC member. After you have been registered as an NSC member, then you don't need further examination again you just go and apply to Kuren, and then you pass through the process, and Kuren certifies you as an engineer.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. So that before your system goes off, so we'll be calling on the ASSP Nigeria Chapter Exco to please present the certificate. Let us join hands in the comment section to celebrate and also appreciate Engineer Benjamin Naworio for this wonderful session. Please, ASSP Nigeria Exco, please, it is time for presentation of certificates.
Yeah.
All right, just a minute. Let me share.
So before you present the certificate, let me quickly say that he should now become a mentor for several people who want guidance on certifications, please.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, so like me, he's already my mentor, because after living here, I'm going into his DM straight.
I have already requested. No competing.
So a lot of
Doctor, Doc.
So please feel free to reach out to Engineer Benjamin.
Okay, so I welcome Elder Joseph Bagbeke to make the presentation of certificate of appreciation. Elder Joseph Bagbeke, you're on the call. Can you hear me, please? Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Elder Joseph Bagbeke, are you on the call? Okay, silence. Okay, let me just go ahead.
Yeah, okay, sir.
He was on the call earlier on. So on behalf of the American Society of Safety Professionals, Nigerian chapter, we present this certificate of recognition to you, Engineer Benjamin Naworio, for volunteering in the ASSP Nigerian chapter as a speaker on the topic safety courses and certification, the misconception, at the knowledge sharing series, KSS number 3 of October 19, 2024. On behalf of the chapter president, Tolu Olubanwo, and the other schools, we present the certificate to you and say we are indeed grateful to you for taking out the time to do this. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you too.
Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate. This is a very, very enlightening session. We really appreciate you, sir. So before closing,
hello, can you still hear me?
This is the latest updates on
SSP. We can hear you.
Okay, the ASSP Nigerian chapter secretary unfortunately is unavailable at this time, to give us updates on the ASSP Nigerian chapter and ASSP Global. I believe that this can be managed by our able Dr. John Jia, if he doesn't mind. Just give a brief update on the Nigerian chapter activities, and then we close.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much for participating. The Nigerian chapter, we are a platinum chapter. So that means that we are high performing and recognized at the global level for our programs, our outreaches, our competence, PDC, and so on. This year, we are loaded, and the KISS that we have just concluded now is one of those things that we have on the plan, which is monthly. We have the PDC is coming up early next year. We are planning towards that. We have visits, we have lectures, we have seminar webinars. I think our next webinar is next month. So we have a lot. We also have the Black in Safety group. We have the women group and the WISE. So please, we need to be very busy, get involved, participate. If everywhere is quiet, please ask questions. Our platform is there for you to ask questions, for you to make suggestions, and so on. We had shared the program and the plan for this year. If you have any challenges, remembering where it is, you can as well just ask us and we'll reshare. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for that wonderful update. So before going to the closing remark, as we are all going into Engineer Benjamin's DM to be his mentee. So thank you very much for those wonderful updates and important updates. Finally, to close the event, I would like to invite the ESSP Nigerian Chapter Educational Committee Chairman to give us the closing remarks. Thank you very much.
Okay, that is also Elder Joseph Bagbepe. I don't know whether now he can still comment. Elder Joseph Bagbepe. Is it still not on? Okay, I don't know who is unmuted there. That background sound. Can it just be muted so that we can go on? Anyway, I'll just give the closing remarks on behalf of the Educational Committee Chairman. I'm the chairman for the Learning and Development Committee. So thank you all very much for taking our time to attend this knowledge sharing series. I appreciate also our presenter, Engineer Benjamin Aureo. Thank you for the opportunity to learn something new and to be enlightened. So thank you, everyone, and I wish you a pleasant rest of your weekend and a fruitful and productive week ahead. Have a great day, everyone. Yeah, so
thank you very much. Before we go, pictures.
Yeah.
Yes. Please, before we go, please make sure you are not in the toilet or bedroom, but if you are in a very safe space, please switch on your video. Let's see our faces and let's take a good picture. Thank you very much. Put on your brightest smile as we are taking a screenshot of.
Some of us are not that handsome, so smiling complicates matters.
Okay. So how do we go about it, sir?
No, go ahead.
Just do a screenshot.
Okay.
Or I can do a screenshot. Just a screenshot.
Please do it from your end. Just do it from your end, sir.
All right. Let me go. There are about 3, so I've done the first one. Let me go to the next page. Not too many people on the next page. Let me just screen that shot again. Then the last one. Okay, nobody on the last one, so don't need to. I just screenshot an empty screen. So it's only the first page I really had people who put on their video. So that's fine. Okay, we're done. Thank you very much, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you all for being a part of today's events. Before we wrap up,
please, how do we get the head of participation?
You said?
How do we get
that will be sorted out. That will be communicated if there will be.
Please do that through our email, please.
What was the question
Okay.
again? How do we get what for participation?
Certification for participation.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure about that. Certification for participation. Has that been the trend in the past?
No,
give
no,
certificate
no, no.
participation?
No.
No, I don't think
It
there's anything
hasn't
like
been.
that. No.
Yes.
All right.
We don't give
Of
certificates for
attendance.
participation.
Please,
wait.
we also implore you to always send reminders of programs through our email. Thank you.
Okay. We'll see to that. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
You're
So
welcome.
good night, everyone.
Thank
You have a
you. Bye.
wonderful day and please stay safe.
Mm.